Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am really excited about today's video. We're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you should practice self-care. I am super passionate about this topic, and if you are too, keep watching. So this morning I just got back from going to my eye appointment, and I took 2 hours to sit at a coffee shop and drink a cappuccino and eat coffee cake. A year ago, honestly even 6 months ago, that would have been next to impossible for me. My anxiety about leaving the house was massive. I would literally stress about the fact that I needed a break, but just couldn't get myself to leave the freaking house. I would think, should I spend 2 hours on myself when there's laundry to do and dishes to wash and groceries to get, etc., etc., etc. And mind you, I have a super supportive husband who is always telling me, go take some time for yourself, just go do it. I really don't have an excuse. So today felt like a moment of triumph because I finally took some time for myself. I want this video to give you the reasons why I think you should practice self-care. Self-care has been huge for me in terms of my healing. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I struggle with depression and anxiety, and it was extremely severe this year, but I am doing so much better, but I'll talk about that in another video. I have a 2-year-old and an 8-week-old child, so know that I'm coming from a place that I am in a huge period of adjustment right now. I'm really busy, yet I am still an advocate for self-care. With all that being said, let's dive into the reasons why. Number 1, self-care teaches you that you matter. The reason why we have to teach ourselves that we matter is that even if you say you had a great upbringing and your parents always taught you your worth and your value, but throughout life, you could have a bad friend or a bad boss or a bad experience that just makes you feel like you are crap. Honestly, that's the frank way to put it. I grew up not really having my value and worth affirmed. I always felt like a burden. But in general, as a mom, day in and day out life can become really draining. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm cleaning all the time and cooking all the time and grocery store shopping all the time and managing bills and calendars, I start to feel like an accountant or a housekeeper or a cleaner or whatever it is. Like, I start to just feel like I'm only as good as what I can do in a day. That is so not true. It's such an unhealthy place to come from and to live from. You have worth simply because you exist. Your worth is not defined by your ability to do things and your ability to serve other people. Serving other people, don't get me wrong, can bring you joy and happiness and fulfillment. I really do think that we need to help other people and serve other people to experience a whole nother level of happiness, but that's another video. But when you just take time every day to take care of yourself, doing something that just caters to the fact that you are living, breathing, a human, not a chef or a cleaner or a laundry helper, whatever, doing things that specifically just cater to, oh, I have a body, my body matters. I have a brain, my brain matters. It teaches you that you have worth beyond what you are able to do in a day. So that's number 1. It teaches you that you matter. And if you struggle with your worth, I highly recommend that you practice this, because for me, as someone who really thought she was only as good as what she could do in a day, I am a recovering perfectionist and workaholic. Honestly, practicing self-care has been one of the main things that has helped me break that mentality that I'm only as good as what I can do. Number 2, this is super important for parents. As parents, we are our kids' first teachers. Even if they end up going to preschool, whenever they come back into the home, our kids are observing our behavior, the things that we do, the things that we say. They are mirroring our habits. I'm already hearing my 2-year-old repeat things that I say, and sometimes I'm not proud of it. But when they see you taking care of yourself, you are teaching your child that self-care is something that they should do too. You're teaching your kid that rest is important. So for instance, if all your kid sees you doing is freaking out about the dishes and the laundry and the errands and the cooking and whatever, they're gonna think that that's all life is. You know, all your kids know is what you expose them to. Really, that's their whole world. So if all they see is you stressing out about everything, they're gonna think that that's what life is, that they should be constantly hustling from activity to activity, and they're not gonna learn what rest is. The 3rd reason why I think you should practice self-care is because you're able to give yourself more fully to every single day and to life in general. When you practice self-care, you honestly are able to give yourself more energy, even when your self-care might be doing something specific. Like, I keep talking about cleaning and things like that. Cleaning can actually be self-care. If you live in a disorganized and hectic space, cleaning that space up is your responsibility to yourself. It is your self-care, because living in a clean space actually really promotes your inner peace and your inner organization. So I'm not knocking it. Self-care does take effort. Self-care isn't just sleeping all day. It's not that. Don't hear what I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that when you take care of yourself, you're able to fill up your tank. When you pay your bills on time, when you get some exercise in, you are filling up your tank. There are activities that require effort that do fill up your tank. And the more you have energy and are working on your inner peace and your inner strength, you are able to handle life better and enjoy life more. So what I'm trying to say is when good things happen in life, you're able to really enjoy it and be there. You know, sometimes I think, wow, the day is so gorgeous outside, but because I'm so exhausted, because I've been working myself to death all week, I don't have the motivation or the desire to go out and go for a walk with my kids or go for a walk by myself and enjoy that gorgeous day I'm having. I end up staying inside feeling drained and irritable because I've drained myself all week and haven't practiced self-care. The other side of that is when you're going through a hard season. This year has been extremely hard for me and my family. Things are starting to get better for me and my little family, thank God, but there were months and months and months where things were really freaking hard. And when I didn't take time to take care of myself, I spent the whole day just reacting negatively, feeling stressed, feeling like garbage. But when I take time to have self-care and to get myself centered, I'm able to handle the day so much better. I'm able to make better decisions and handle the hard seasons better. So when my toddler is throwing a tantrum and he's just crying, or when my baby is screaming because I don't know why, dirty diaper, or I'm not nursing her enough, I don't know, or she's a baby, sometimes she's just screaming, I'm able to handle it so much better when I have taken the time to get centered, when I have taken the time to take care of myself first before I go out into my day and start having to pour myself out to my kids and my spouse, etc. Reason number 4 is practicing self-care helps you live more intentionally. What I mean by this is that so much of what we do is autopilot, and not just what we do, like brushing our teeth or going to work. There's actually a lot of autopilot habits of thinking. I hope that makes sense. So basically there's certain things that we think that aren't serving us, right? Certain attitudes, mentality, thoughts that aren't helping us, but that we might think every single day. When you become more self-aware by practicing self-care and realizing that you matter, if you see something in your life that isn't serving you, whether it be a person or an experience or an event or a commitment, you end up living each day way more intentionally. You ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You ask yourself what you want to do and what you don't want to do anymore, and you go and you choose it. By taking time every day for yourself to think about how you're feeling, how you're doing, and to take care of yourself and to nurture yourself, you end up being more aware of what you need in your life and what you don't need in your life. So I hope that makes sense. Number 5 is that self-care helps you to be healthier. This is super obvious, but people don't realize that doing small things like taking a shower and brushing your teeth and flossing, going for a walk, and handling things like paying your bills on time, or doing that project that's been sitting on the back burner, or cleaning your house or decluttering your home, or meal planning. Meal planning is self-care 100%, because then it makes dinner time less stressful, especially if you're cooking for a big family. What I'm trying to say is that these things, especially things like meal planning and paying your bills on time, they decrease your mental stress, and your mental health is just as important as your physical health, right? So self-care isn't just exercise. All of these habits combined help you live a healthier life. Mentally, emotionally, physically, you're able to be less stressed, which is so good for your heart and your whole body. I have been watching videos of old people in their 80s and 90s who are still able to really live life to the fullest. These older people who are living life to the fullest, they say that the reason why they're able to do that and the reason why they're in such great shape in their old age is because they practiced healthy habits when they were young. This is so important because so many of us take our health for granted. We act like, oh, I'm healthy now, so I don't need to exercise. I'm healthy now, so I don't need to drink water. I'm healthy now, so I can just drink 5,000 energy drinks, or I don't need to get sleep. Sleep is for the weak. I'll sleep when I'm dead. BS. BS. Honestly, even as a mom who has a newborn, I still make an effort to get rest because I know that when I've rested, my mind's functioning better, which makes my body feel better, which enables me to make better decisions for the rest of the day. If you want to keep living a full life, which you don't even know how long that's going to be, the best thing for you to do is to stop taking your health for granted, practice self-care so that you can live a fuller life, even if you're privileged enough to live into your old age. So those are my 5 reasons as to why I think you should practice self-care. I hope they all made sense. You should subscribe to this channel if you want to see my next 2 self-care videos. This is a self-care series. I'm going to talk about the things I do to practice self-care for my mind and the things I do to practice self-care for my body. And again, this is coming from someone who works and who's a mom. I want to share with you all what I do to practice self-care. And if you want more self-care inspiration, you should follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be better about posting like, hey, here's my self-care today. This is what I'm doing today. Because for me, I know that when I'm going on Instagram and I'm scrolling, I want to see some motivation. I want to see some inspiration. I want to see other moms who are practicing self-care so that I can feel like, okay, I can do it. Because y'all, it is hard. Every single day I have to renew my commitment to self-care. Most of the time I just want to like curl up in bed and not face the world, because some days it's hard when you've been up all night with a crying baby and then the next day you got a toddler that you gotta take care of. It can be challenging. I'm not saying that it's not worth it. It 100% is. Things that are worth it can be hard. So if you want some inspiration, follow me on Instagram at Mia Hemstad, and I would love to see anything that you're doing to practice self-care. So please tag me. I need that. And I just want to create a community where we're all inspiring each other to live better lives and to be healthier and more whole beings. And I'm talking about mental and physical. If you want to take things a step further, I send out an email every Monday where I give tips and resource recommendations of books and podcasts and videos that I'm watching about mental and physical well-being. And I kind of share some tips of my own. I just really want to keep the love going. You know, I want to keep sharing all of these things that I can't always make into videos right away. So if you want something a little extra, the link is below to join my mental wellness tribe. Go to my website and hit join the community. You are not going to regret it. I am so excited actually about writing these emails. Sometimes they can be a little long, but it's because I love you guys and I want you to know all the things. I know this was a long video, you guys, but again, like this channel, I don't get paid to make videos. Like I sit here to make videos because I, for so long, had no one to help me or guide me on my mental wellness journey. I struggled a long time with anxiety and depression. I still do. Things are more managed, but I just want to reach out to all of you who are struggling. I want to help you guys. I want to share things that are working. I want to talk about things that aren't working. I hope this video helped you. I can't wait to see you in the next self-care video, so don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.